Hi everybody, we are here for an interview with Tonya Kay. So we are waiting she connect to the live. Yes, hi Elise. So we are waiting Tonya. I hope she could connect for the interview. Hi. Hi Tonya. So you could connect to the live, you invite, there is a button, then you push down to the button. Yes, that's right. So we could connect and begin. So we are waiting the connection and then it's okay. Normally. Hi Brad. Hi.
Hi, Don.
It's okay. It's okay. So everything is okay? You are in California? I can hear you.
I can't hear you either. Only it's it's cutting up.
Yes, but I don't know if it is from my connection or your connection.
Okay.
So it's okay. Right now it's okay.
Okay, good. Good. Hi, good morning.
That's right. Yeah, I'm morning. It's not the morning here in Belgium, it's the night. But
Night. Good night.
Good morning. Yeah. Yeah, it's 8 o'clock.
PM. Yeah.
PM, yes.
Uh-huh.
Sure. And this is your first time you are doing a live on Instagram.
Yeah, I think I accidentally did one before.
Okay. And you are located in California.
Yeah, I'm in Los Angeles, California.
Because you are not from Los Angeles. You moved when you were younger.
Yeah, about 15 years ago, 16 years ago, I moved to LA. But before that, I was I was on tour all over the US. So I've been everywhere twice. And I was in New York before that, and I was in Chicago before that, and I grew up in Michigan.
And that's what you wanted to do when you were a young girl, to be a dancer, an actress, that's it?
Yeah, yeah. I was a kid. I mean, when you're a little kid, you have all sorts of dreams. So I wanted to be like a children's book illustrator when I was really young, and I wanted to be a carpenter like my dad. I think the first thing I wanted to be, though, was a football player.
Yeah, but you like to draw because you wanted to be an illustrator. So you draw. Sometimes you
Yep.
draw again.
Oh yeah, I draw, I sculpt, I draw. I like doing like visual art for sure. And I sing and I dance, but dancing was the most fun for me. So I definitely, once I learned that you could do that as a career, and I learned that by watching TV. And I don't know if anybody out here is old enough or young enough to remember, but there was a show in the US called Mad TV, and it had the Fly Girls, and they were everything to me. The Fly Girls and Tracy Ullman show back then. She danced and sang in every episode. Solid Gold. Oh my gosh, that was like really young, but I remember the Solid Gold dancers, and that's kind of when I was like, wait, dancers have jobs. And that's when I got serious. Now, I was from a farm town, so the only job I could imagine was Broadway. So I really just kept saying, I'm going to dance on Broadway. I'm going to dance on Broadway. I'm going to dance on Broadway. But then obviously, as you get older, you learn there's so many different ways to perform and dance and entertain and do physical art for a living. And there's many more places than Broadway.
And I saw that you were on stage for Oliver It was an Oliver Twist play, but it's a very long time ago, I think.
That's my first play ever. That's the
Good
first
memories to
theater.
be on stage, because after you did some TV appearance, some TV shows, series, but the first thing you did, it was on stage.
Yeah, absolutely. I grew up in a farm town, so we did have a community theater called the Sauk Theater. And we didn't have television studios, if you know what I mean. But interestingly, my parents did have a VHS camcorder, like a camera with those huge tapes in them. And I made all sorts of movies when I was a kid. So there were no TV stations nearby, but I was making movies while I was dancing on stage and doing my productions. And then probably the first on-camera gig that I ever did was in a nearby small town, and they filmed a commercial for their community college. And I got to jump on a trampoline, and every time the camera was set so that it caught you at the height of your jump on the trampoline. So every time I go up, I do a different pose and I come back down. It was so much fun. I was like, yeah, let's do this for a living.
And you did also some dance, and you love burlesque. That's it, tap, pole dance, and everything. And you did the two, in fact, acting and dancing.
Yes, both. Yes to both.
And
Dancing, acting, singing.
You are very famous in the dance field. That's right. That's correct. You made so many shows and everything.
Yeah, I've had a proper illustrious career. I wouldn't ask for anything else. I've done my dream show in the dance world. I've danced with big stars. I've produced my own work. It's been a good career. Yeah.
And you are Coach Casey.
Yeah.
Yes, I saw that you were in a movie about cheerleaders. I think there is a kill. Someone killed a cheerleader, and you play Coach Casey. Yeah, I don't know the name in French, but I know that you are Coach Casey.
Yeah. Well, we'd say it Coach Cassie, but Coach Cassie is the coach for the cheerleading squad. And this is on TV right now. Lifetime Movies has it over in the US. And it's called the Pom Pom Murders. And
the Pom Pom Murders.
Playing every week. And those were good dancers too. It was so natural for me to be like their coach. I improvised much of what I was saying to them. And the director, Tom Shell, he loved it. He said, Tonya, your role increased 4 times during editing. He said, because we just loved what you were doing and we worked it in. I was like, fantastic. Natural for me, totally natural. It was fun to work with the dancers. And yeah, I do burlesque now. It's kind of like a mature woman's dance form. You get better at burlesque the older you are and the more you know about yourself. So I love burlesque as well. And it's a soloist dance form. You might do choreography, but you get your chance to shine in the spotlight. And a lot of dance jobs are backup dancing for other people. You're in the background, your ambiance, which is wonderful, and dance can be used many different ways. But that's what I like about burlesque is, one of the things I like about burlesque is that you get the spotlight and it's your solo and it's about you. And you don't have to be 20 years old. In fact, 70-year-old burlesque dancers are the best burlesque dancers that exist.
Yeah, and according to cheerleaders, you acted a cheerleader in the series Glee.
Yeah.
You were a cheerleader in Glee.
A cheerleader. I was hired 3 times. I was recurring on that show, and I did specialty arts. So that was like dance / specialty. I did fire, I did stilts, and more fire, like big fire.
And we see you in Belgium because you were on Criminal Minds. So Criminal Minds is in Belgium. So they see you. And you did also Dr. House. So Dr. House is also in Belgium. And yeah, you appeared in many big shows. Yeah, that's cool.
Oh,
and
good,
internationally.
Yeah, I had different hair back then. I had dreadlocks.
Yeah, you have red hair. That's
And
great.
now I have red hair, no dreadlocks.
That's right. That's right. I saw that you make a movie as a director. I don't remember the name, but is it about Ava? You created a character. The name of the character is Ava, and so it was your first movie as a director. That's true.
Yeah, you could say that, the ascension of Ava Delane. And I do like to do things that I've never done before. I joke, like, I'll try anything twice just to make sure. And this, The Ascension of Ava Delane, is a short experimental film, 5 minutes long, shot entirely on drone, vertically in a single take. So there's lots of boundary breaking just in the techniques of what we did. It's on Amazon Prime. If people are from the US are watching, I don't know how that works overseas, if you guys have the same Amazon as we have. Not sure, but you can watch it on there.
And would you like to make a following about Ava to recreate a story with the same character, or it's only one shot?
I feel like that, I mean, the essence of her character is the story, which is told non-verbally. It's told through movement and music and visual. The essence of her character definitely carries on in all of my female characters, because it's about her traveling vertically, ascending through her life. And as she becomes more mature, she becomes more confident and more valuable and more sexual. And that is a theme for every character that I have. So her essence will continue in other films. But as far as Ava Delane herself, I think The Ascension of Ava Delane tells her story perfectly.
That's cool, pretty cool. And you released also a clip, a short movie too, this year, in 2020, last year. Sorry, we are
Yeah.
in the new year. But I saw that you direct three things, and it is credited as a video, not really a movie.
A music video for Lyra Starr, I
Yeah,
directed. And
that's
we
right.
shot that right before quarantine last year, thank goodness. We're getting ready to do our next piece together, her next music video this month. So it's fun. It's fun that you asked about that, because I'm working with Lyra Starr again, and it's going to be another cool concept music video. And if you saw the last one, she's an amazing contortionist. So we shot her in the rain. And you know, if you're a contortionist, the rain is absolutely freezing. Like, she's a trooper, and we made beauty happen. She considers art and video fine art. That's the way she likes to go, and I appreciate that too, instead of commercial art. So that's where we're going for her. Also, I directed something live on live TV. It premiered on the CW for the Hollywood Christmas Parade, and I had the opportunity with Ripley's Believe It or Not. They hired me to kind of concept this crazy movement-based, feel-good, inclusive story that we could tell in less than 2 minutes. And we had sword swallowers, and we had bone breakers, and we had world champion roller skaters / ice skaters. We had a young woman in a wheelchair who I gave her first lines to her on TV. She had never spoken lines on TV before, so I was the first director to give her lines. Totally cool. And then this year, yeah, I directed a band, which is another feel-good, fun story about friendship told through dance during quarantine.
And do you sing or you don't sing?
Oh, yes. Yes, I do.
And have you ever released a LP, 45 LP, 33 album, EP, EP?
Yeah,
Everything?
actually, yes. Not last year, because last year was 2020, so everything was all weird. 2019 is the last year. And
Of course.
2019, Independent Shakespeare Company and I created a full-length musical called Anita Berber is Dead. It's based on the life of real woman named Anita Berber in the 1920s in Germany, Berlin. And she was a famous dancer. And so we did a studio recording of the soundtrack on that. So yes, I do. I played Anita. I played the famous redhead Anita, and that's why I changed my hair color, was for this role. And I sang a lot of the tracks on our CD.
Have you performed this show in Germany?
No, I want
Because
to.
she's from Germany, so I just asking.
Wouldn't that be perfect?
And have you ever been in Europe or not?
I've been in the UK, so no, I don't think that's part of Europe, right? I don't know. I've been in the
With the
UK.
Brexit, yes, with the Brexit, it's complicated.
Yeah. And I have been in Switzerland. I performed at the Moulin Rouge in Geneva in Switzerland. And I have been to Italy. And I want to go to Germany because I think I look pretty German, German Irish.
German Irish, it's nice taste. Very strange drink, but yeah, it's amazing.
I want to go. I want to go. And I think Anita Berber is Dead it would just be such an honor to even perform it on a stage that had some history back to when she was alive.
And you created your own production company. So you produce sometimes a movie, but not really as a director, but as a producer. What's your company name again? I forgot.
Danger Arts.
Danger Arts.
Danger
It means
Arts.
danger. You love danger. They say in the biography you are danger girl according to dance because you love to perform and to get higher and higher in the difficulties level, I think.
Yeah, I like to do the thing that I've never done before, or that's a little different, or somebody hasn't really figured out yet. And that goes for dance, and that goes for acting, and that goes for filmmaking. If it's weird and I haven't done it before, it appeals to me extra. And that's very dangerous. Also, just being provocative, burlesque, just being provocative with movement and glorifying the body in its weird, sensual, gross, sometimes shapes. That's very dangerous, And yeah, danger arts. I'm a danger artist, you could say.
That's right. And have you ever dubbed an artist, some character voice for cartoons, or dubbing some foreigners, actors?
I have. I've done voice work on a cartoon called Raw Man and Green Girl.
Roman, like Roman, not Romain, not my first name.
Ah, that's how you say it. I was going to say Romaine, but
yeah.
Roman.
Romain, that's my first name, yeah.
Romain. That's very cool. Thank you for correcting me. Raw Man, more like raw, uncooked, down to, raw man.
Yeah.
Down to the nitty gritty.
But there is, but there is Roman, like Roman Polanski,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And Roman is not Roman because many American guys called me Roman, 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 like Batman, Roman.
Okay.
And my name is Romain because in Roma, the capital of Italy, Rome, the Warners, the inwarders of Rome is les Romains in French. That's the Romain. So my first name is the name of the guy who are living in Rome. In Roma, sorry. Because Roma, in French, it's Rome. Roma in English and Rome in... But I never been in Italy. So that's right.
But your name has.
Yeah, that's right. And I have other question, of course. I need to ask my brain because it's not my mother tongue. But I saw that you wrote some book about sporty thing, sports thing, dance things. It's not novels. It's not fictional novel. It's some advice. That's right. You wrote so many books. I saw 6 books, something like this.
I think You may be thinking of the Raw Nutritional
That's
ebook.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, Joanna Stevens and we got together. She's a nutritional science enthusiast, and I'm like this high raw vegan. And everybody asks where you get your blah, blah, blah from. Where do you get your protein from? Where do you get your calcium from? Where do you get? And I was so tired of getting that question that she approached me and she was like, let's just write a book. Just write down every gram of every single thing you eat for a month. And we did that 4 times for every season. And she broke it down, the nutritional content of what I was eating. So I could tell people when they say, where do you get your protein from? I could actually say, this is where it comes from. And I would have an answer. But yeah, I wrote articles and I wrote the intro and I wrote just kind of experiential stuff like for the book.
And have you ever write a story, a novel, a fictional story in book, or do you want one day to write a book or a script or a short thing, but not especially in the dance middle, but something fictional, you know, a horror movie, comedy, or a book? I don't know.
I think I have written treatments. So story by is kind of what in the on camera world that credit is called, story by. I've written treatments. I'm a good writer. I enjoy writing. I've written for online magazines for years, 3 different ones. But I think in terms of, so in the on camera world, so sometimes there's a story by credit, like somebody who comes up with the actual story and you write a treatment for it. My treatment happens to be really long right now. I've got a dance-oriented screenplay, and it's like a 10-page treatment, which is long. But then you can choose to write it yourself, and then you would get the writer's credit-wise. Or you can have somebody else or ask a partner to write it, and you could co-write, or you can just allow them to write, and then their credit would be screenplay by. So
Yeah.
story by and screenplay by can go together. Or if you write the treatment and you actually write the script, then you get the written by credit. So I don't have that much ambition to get a written by credit, but I have all these ideas that yes to story by, because I have all the treatment ideas and just weird things that other people aren't doing. So I think that's exciting to, you know, everybody has a perspective, and I think your perspective is important to share, and mine's weird, and I like to leave people thinking a little differently, you know, when they see something.
And do you like comics?
Do I like comedies?
Comics.
Comics? Yeah. Tarot, Witch of the Black Rose. I've worked with Jim and Holly Ballant. And I've been in their comic. You probably know, I worked with Stan Lee on the first season of Who Wants to Be a Superhero, and that kind of catapulted me into the comic world, where Stan himself drew me in his comics. And then I just started traveling, and I started going to all these comic conventions and being a guest. And so I got to work with George Perez, and that's where I met Jim and Holly. And that's where, you know, I kind of picked up Simon Williams from the UK. I met him. I've met so many people. Sean Tiffany, another illustrator. So many people that are just doing beautiful work, and they have comics of their own. So I'm a fan of my friends' comics for sure.
And you don't want to make a comics one day because you draw, so you could draw yourself in the comics, you know, the adventures of Tonya Kay.
Yeah, I could.
But you won't.
It's not really like, you know, I like to perform. I put it this way, like, people ask me, because I also edit, I also build websites, I also do all these things, and they're like, why don't you go into business doing that? And I say, because the fact that I can do it doesn't mean that it gives me joy, because those things like writing, I don't mind it too much, but writing, editing, drawing, they're very alone. You sit at your computer and you're alone and you're sitting. And I don't enjoy that all that much. I like to be moving and be interacting and be entertaining people. So if you put all of your energy towards the thing that gives you the most joy, that would be where my joy lies, is in performance arts or being up on set and being active and interacting and not hiding behind a computer. I just don't like it. It makes my posture hurt. And my brain.
And do you like to speak French? Do you speak French or not?
I don't speak French. Don't even try it.
Non, vous ne parlez pas français.
I don't know. I don't
I
speak
don't know.
it. I don't know.
No. You don't speak another language than English, no?
I don't speak. I only speak English. I took Spanish, lessons when I was a kid. Hola.
¿Qué tal? ¿Qué tal?
¿Qué tal? What's up? Everything's good. Like, muy bien. Super good. The sun is shining.
Tequila.
Tequila? Tequila. That's good.
It's a drink. Tequila.
It's good.
I don't know. I never tasted it. I just know the Spanish word.
Right. So yeah, I speak English, the country's so big over here, and it's not as easy to get to other places, like other countries. Like, you live in a small country where just traveling a little ways gets you to a place where somebody else speaks a completely different language.
Yeah, that's right. We have Flemish part and we have a German part.
Oh my gosh. In your own country.
So you speak French, I speak French, okay? So you say bonjour, comment allez-vous? Then you cross the line. Hallo, ik ben Peter. And ik woon in België. They speak Flemish. It's like Dutch, the Netherlands. It's like the Netherlands. And then you go to the east and say, hallo, ich bin een große fan van Tonya Kay. Oh, you speak German? Oh, great. So there is, yes, 3 languages.
So,
in one country, in one little country, of course.
We have something that's called Pidgin. Do you have Pidgin? So do those languages combine in your one country to make this Pidgin language that just is like a whole new language that combines all 3 languages?
No, we don't have that in Belgium.
Okay.
There was Esperanto. They tried to make an international language, and it was based from Spanish. It was Esperanto, but English is much better, so English is the new Esperanto.
Huh.
Yeah, is that right? Oh, I love, it's like a dog. What?
Lucky me that you speak English.
Yeah, you did the voice of a dog or something like this. It was very funny.
I'm laughing. I can't believe it. It's shock and bafflement.
Okay. Didn't understood everything, but it's okay.
Well, thank you.
We can speak about an important thing because it's important for me. You have a breast cancer. That's correct?
Yes, I have breast cancer. I was diagnosed at the same time that lockdown happened, basically last year. So April 1st of 2020. And I've been vegan for 27 years, 28 years. I am non-toxic household. I'm a professional athlete as a dancer. Just a lot of love and joy in my life, and don't drink alcohol, nothing. And so it was shocking to me. I've learned a lot, through this. And I'm since you brought it up, I will also bring it up that the performing arts have been shut down in the US at least since 11 months ago. And I haven't worked for basically 11 months. And I'm also dealing with this breast cancer diagnosis, which is expensive. So my friend started a GoFundMe for me. And if you would like to kind of support and donate, you can click on the link in my bio and it'll take you right there and you'll get some updates and you'll see how wonderful things are going.
I hope you are well now. I think it will be crash. The cancer will crash and you will be okay.
Yeah, I think so too. Thank you.
But you are good, good health. You are not miserable. You are well.
Yeah, in so many ways.
Oh no.
We're aware that some of the spiritual or psychological or emotional things that I've gone through because of diagnosis have made me a person that I wouldn't have gotten the opportunity to be. And I like this person. I like this person a lot. So I'm very well. I'm well. I'm much better than strangely, than I would have been had I not gotten a diagnosis. So yeah, lots of growing up has been done in the last year.
Yeah. Yeah, I was listening radio today and I was shocked because in Belgium we diagnose 600 cancer by month. So each month there is 600 cancers in Belgium.
Different types of cancers?
Yes, that's right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's an important number for me. And yeah, that's amazing because you could be in good health for 30 years and you have one and you could smoke like the Rolling Stone and you have nothing and you are, yeah, I am IT, so it's great, I will act and everything. So yeah.
It can happen to anyone, you know.
Yeah, of course. Yes,
it can definitely happen to anyone.
Yes, my grandfather died from pancreas cancer, and it was a big thing because it's the most powerful cancer, unfortunately. But yes, it's shitty. We have life and we have died, so it's not cool.
Yeah.
But we have fun. That's cool. We have fun to do things, you know, culture, movies. That's fun for me. Interviews, live, Instagram, social networking, writing, drawing. I think it's really great, everything.
Well, yeah, and that's another thing. A diagnosis definitely wakes you up because it's strikingly clear to me how much I was doing that I didn't enjoy.
Yes.
I don't have time. I don't have time to do the stuff that was taking my health or taking my sleep from me. Life is short. I don't know. Don't delay gratification. Definitely don't delay it.
Yeah, I was working in a building and the building was on fire. And Saturday morning, there was a big burning and everything, but the pompier. How do you say pompier? The guy who shut down what is the name? Pompier in French. You know, the fireman.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they closed the fire, and it's okay. But it was Saturday, and I don't work on Saturday. But it could happen if I was working there at the moment. So I am happy. And yeah, one day a car. I was crossing the line, and a car comes and bam, and I was in the car, but it's okay. I had nothing, but for the same price, I would be not there anymore. So I had a date with death, but it's okay. But I had a date with the death,
and it helps you appreciate
I don't know. I am alive, and
You're alive.
that's
Yeah.
great. But you could die anyway. In fact, Uh, n-
Tomorrow.
yes, nobody couldn't meet the die. We will meet the death. Sorry, we will meet the death in our life. Nobody can escape it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's
So
not
why
very
fret
fun.
about it? I just finished. It's funny that you're bringing this up because a lot of what we're talking about is actually I just finished filming a fourth isolation film during quarantine, and this one's called The Journal of Lucy, and it's a long film. It might be put out as a series, and it's about a woman dying of brain cancer in isolation during the quarantine, and we go through her journey with her and she discusses a lot of these things that we're discussing. I mean, it's human to have these questions, and having a diagnosis or having a near death experience of any kind is an opportunity to have your wake up call that maybe if life isn't over yet, maybe if I have even one more day, maybe I want to do it differently. Maybe I want to feel differently, appreciate it differently, just be very grateful because life is really great. I mean, everybody's complaining about US politics and they complain about the pandemic. And I acknowledge that these things are very worth complaining about, but my life is not worth being a complainer today. That's how I feel.
Yeah, I would like to say thanks, Dave, because that's what I am searching. Stood up on date with death.
You were
Stood up on a date
stood
with
up
death.
on a date with
That's
death. That's good.
that's thing.
Yeah.
That's yeah. So you have a website. This is www.tonyakay.com. I don't know why. I tried to check it today, but it doesn't function.
Oh, I'll check it out.
So maybe a bug or
TONYAKAY.
something like this.
Thanks for letting me
So
know.
yes, so I
I
just
built it, so I better go take care of it.
so you have also a Twitter, Facebook page, and also an Instagram, yeah. But your
Yep.
Instagram is not the same as Tonya Kay. It's
Pure
forgot the
renegade.
voilà, Road Renegades, pure
Pure,
pure renegades. Sorry,
pure renegade. Yes.
yeah, yeah, that's right. I don't know the signification of this, but yes.
You know, in the old days when punks, I don't know if you have the same music trends, but punk, there'd be straight edge punks, and they were so punk that they refused to let the system control them in any way.
Ah,
So they
that's
wouldn't
right.
eat meat and they wouldn't take drugs and they wouldn't let anything, they were straight edge, right? But they were so punk. That's kind
Yeah.
of the same vibe as pure renegade. Like I'm so pure that I'm a renegade against all of mainstream.
Okay, I just want to thank Regina because she checked and it's working.
Oh,
So it's okay. Yeah, I had the same problem with another website, and yeah, it didn't function for 20 minutes, and then it's okay. Yeah,
okay,
that's
good.
very
Thank
strange.
you,
But thank
Regina.
you so much, Regina. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for checking and letting know. That's great.
You
If
know I'm going to
you
check
watch
anyway,
this,
though.
yeah. So many things. You
Thank you.
dance, Tedpool, many Tedpool on your profile. So that's great. There is a Belgian actress who do some Tedpool, and she like some pictures. So she followed a bit your work, and she's from Belgium. So
Oh,
that's
good.
great to
Thank
mention.
you. Thank you. Well, thank you
Yeah,
for having me on. Thank you.
yeah, thank you so much. We spoke about many things. There is many things to discover, so we cannot speak about everything. But thanks for the conversation. Sorry, Belgian accent, and have a good day there, and have a good day.
You have
In
a good
LA.
night.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
correct. It's the night.
Bye, everyone.
Yeah, bye. Thank you so
Bye.
much. And there is the podcast for people who didn't follow up. I will post the podcast and everybody could listen it and watch it. So no problem.
Okay.
If you were not available for this, you will listen, you will rewatch later on my profile and on Mixcloud, YouTube, and everything. Thank you so much, Tonya, and
Thank
have a
you.
good day. Bye, Brad. See you.